Hello, so you're welcome to the part three and the last of this webinar, Personal Branding for Influence, Impact, and Fame. And I remain your co-traveler, Maple Dappa. Now, this is the point when we get to talk about what's happening in November. Project 40 is happening in November. So November this year, 2023, I am going to be 40 years old. And so I'm starting off a project I've titled Project 40, and I've also titled it Better Together. And it has to do with me formally launching my personal brand, the Co-Traveler, even though I've already launched it. But all of these are still like pre-launch. The launching of what I really want to do with it is going to be in November proper, and that's what I want you to know about. But before I get to it, just a quick overview of what the Co-Traveler brand is about. So first, I'll share with you the Co-Traveler story. I'll just read it for you, but I'll read it slowly so that you can follow. I teach a lot. I write a lot. It doesn't mean I know more. It doesn't mean I know better. It means I am sound in some areas and you are sound in some other areas. No human is really higher than others. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, live on the same earth. We'll be buried inside the same ground. Maple is not superior to anybody. He sees everyone as human first. We are all journeying through life. We are all travelers from birth to death and beyond. So let's make our journey together more interesting. More love, more tolerance, more peace, more understanding, more support. And in this journey, let's hold hands together and thrive better. I am your co traveler. Next, I'm going to share with you is the co traveler ideology. Also, I'm going to read it. The big idea of the Co-Traveler brand is to make the journey through life and its many turns easier for people to navigate in the focus areas of the brand. This is to be achieved by sharing stories and insights that serve as illumination for those seeking to walk paths previously trodden by others. We go through diverse experiences, including mistakes, so that others can learn from us. In a nutshell, the more light switches we turn on, the easier it is for others to find their path. So before November, be, from the 3rd of July, I actually started rolling out the brand, my new brand identity as a co-traveler. I'm sure you've already noticed it, the colors and everything that I've been playing with on this slides. So, but from 3rd July, I started the street walk. Street walk is my regular post and content as your co-traveler on my various social media platforms. Just out there on the open street, I share my thoughts on different subject matters, and all that. So I call it the street walk. But from November, which is what Project 40 is actually about, there are a few other aspects of Project 40, but those ones are more on the private side. But then by November, in addition to street walk, I'm now going to be having the garden walk, where I'm going to call out some people from the open streets and take them into the garden, have a walk with them in the garden where we can have more intimate conversations, where I can open up on things that I ordinarily don't open up on the open street, which is the general social media space, right? Things that are too personal for me to share, things that may be too sensitive for me to share. Down to earth conversations is what we're going to be having at this garden walk from November. It's going to start from November, every Saturday in November. And this is what it's going to look like. It's going to look like a series of conversations or a series of webinars, but actually, they are going to be more like mentorship programs. So, call it a series of mentorship programs, quick mentorship programs. And I already have 9 lined up beginning from November. So, which means the first one is coming up in November. And guess what it is? Personal branding journey. Yes, we're having personal branding all over again. What we've done so far with this webinar is just the tip of the iceberg. It's just a preamble, just introduction. We've not really even gone deep into it. But by November, we're going to go deep. We're going to take a deep dive into personal branding. And it's going to be a paid program. So that's why it has a P at the end. Anyone with a P is paid, anyone with the F is free. We are going to have the marriage journey, money journey, the life journey, the Japa journey, travel the world, the business journey, spiritual journey, the investment journey. What I want to do here is to share my deep experiences in all of these areas that I usually don't even share, that a lot of people don't even know about on the street, which is street walk. I want to share them during the garden walk. But I won't even be doing it alone. I'm actually going to also have guests do it with me. I'm going to be hosting carefully selected guests, guests who have very rich experience in the various subject areas. So for marriage, I bring guests who have very sound knowledge in the area of marriage, who have experience, and the experience will not be just knowledge, by the way. I'm bringing guests who are going to share their own stories. So for marriage, I'll bring guests who can share their own marriage stories. For money, the same thing. For the life journey, for Japa journey. In fact, the Japa journey, I'm going to bring people who migrated to Australia, people who moved from one city in Nigeria to another. I have a friend who moved from Port Harcourt to Kogi State, somewhere called Egbe in Kogi State. I have somebody who moved from Port Harcourt to Oshogbo, conscious decision, not something that happened and they couldn't help it. Of course, then there are people who have moved to Lagos, Abuja, and then people have moved all the way to Australia, Canada, US, Germany, the UK. Even in the UK, there are people who are in the northern UK, people who are in Ireland, and all of that. So I want to be able to select some of these people. I have someone who is in South Africa, to for them to share their various perspective with migration. At what time did they migrate? What are the issues that they had to deal with, and all of that. So that's the whole idea: bringing people who have practical, real life stories to share with us that we can learn from in these various areas. In November, we are starting with personal branding journey, and let me just show you what it's going to look like. Personal branding journey is going to cover all of these: the concept of branding, understanding personal branding, crafting a personal mission statement, emotional intelligence, building valuable relationships, public speaking, social intelligence, building brand visibility, recommended resources. There are going to be lots of recommended resources, monetizing your personal brand. If you want to use your personal brand to do business, to drive your business, to make money, how to go about it. And then, of course, your personal branding workbook. That should be workbook, not handbook, please. So forgive that error. But personal branding workbook. That workbook is pretty much to help you, use all of these lessons, all of this learning to now design your own brand plan, your own brand roadmap. So it's going to be like an audit. I'm going to do an audit for each person and give you feedback, on the areas you need to work on and all of that. All of these is going to be happening in November. All Saturdays in November, beginning from the first Saturday in November to the fourth Saturday in November, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. every Saturday. The cost is 50,000 naira, and this 50,000 naira covers all of the modules. Yeah. And then, of course, it also has the following bonuses: an exclusive garden walk WhatsApp group. So you are going to belong to an exclusive WhatsApp group where conversations that can still go on even after the 4 Saturdays. You are going to get discount coupons. You're going to get discount coupons to Make One Business Academy, where you have lots of very rich, detailed, world-class business courses to equip you for business success. You're also going to have discount coupons to shop on the Make One web store, where you can buy lots of books as well to on various subject matters to equip you for success as well. And then, of course, free resources will also be shared with you. Now, I have decided to make an offer for early birds. If you register for this mentorship program, personal branding journey, that is the one for November, personal branding journey, and the fee is 50,000 naira. If you register before 15th of July, you are going to pay 10,000 naira only. So you are saving 40,000 naira. If you register between the 16th of July to the 31st of July, you are going to pay 20,000 naira. So what you save is what? 30,000. If you register in August, you pay 30,000 naira. If you register in September, you will pay 40,000 naira. And if you wait all the way till October before you register, you pay 50,000 naira, the full fee. And registration closes on the last day of October. After that, you can't join until whenever I'm going to host that very series again. But you can join another one that will come up from the lineup that I have shared. If you want to register, please, you can take a screenshot of this, make payment to this account number on the screen, and send payment evidence to Favor on WhatsApp via the phone number there. Do not procrastinate. Let's go on this deep dive. There's so much you can achieve with yourself. Remember, you are a brand. You just need to know how to use it. You just need to know how to harness it. And if I work more closely with you and know the reality and circumstance of your own life, then I can guide you better beyond this webinar. So the question that I'm going to leave you with is, will you take charge of your brand or not? The choice is yours. But I believe that if you come along the garden walk, then we can be better together. I remain your co-traveler, Mr. Maple Dappa. You can connect with me on all social media platforms via this handle, and I'm active on all of them. And just before I leave, I just leave you with some recommended resources. Please make time to visit my company website, mapemon.com, and also to my business academy, mba.mapemon.com. You'll find lots of interesting information, and please enroll for the courses, listen to the podcast on the website, enjoy the books on the web store section. You can even push referrals our way. Who knows? It's been good, it's been fun, it's been exciting, it's been fulfilling doing this with you. Thank you for sticking all the way through to the part three. And thank you. I hope to see you in November.